What was your situation like before you started using Equilibrium services?
When I first started in our family business, we had very few computers. In fact, we were on an old IBM mainframe system, mini computer system. And as the years went on, we started getting into desktops and using the IBM PCs. And we also decided to make a change from the mini computer to a PC-based network. I was the only one in our company who had any IT experience, and I kind of grew into the one-man IT department. And after quite a few years, I found that the technology was growing a lot faster than what my experience was and what time I had to spend learning all the new technologies, and that's where Equilibrium came in.
What features or benefits sold you on our company and services?
The thing I was impressed about Equilibrium in terms of their features and benefits was the fact that when I first interviewed the Equilibrium staff, Glenn came out with one of the senior engineers. We sat down and we talked about the current state of our situation, what we had in place for a network, and then we talked about the methodology that he was going to use to get us to a future state. And in so doing, he outlined a very specific process in doing that. And I was really impressed by that. I hadn't been exposed to this particular methodology before, and I thought it was very unique, and it seemed to be very professional in his approach.
What surprised you or made you the most happy about working with our company?
With Equilibrium on my team, I've found that I can be as involved with my network still, or I can ask for a turnkey solution to an issue that I might be having. And either way, Equilibrium can go with my needs.
What kinds of problems were you able to solve by working with EQ?
One of the biggest problems that I faced just a couple years ago was the fact that we had some older server hardware that really needed to be refreshed. And along with the hardware, of course, was the software and all the updates that accommodate that as well. And I turned the project over to Equilibrium. They did a complete assessment of where I am in our current state. They recommended some new server hardware for my future state, and they also showed the steps on how we can get there. Another thing I appreciate is the fact that Equilibrium is a vendor-independent company. So they can make the recommendations, and then I can go out and seek out the software vendor and the hardware vendor that I'd like to work with. They will incorporate that into the plan and execute on the plan.
What would you recommend about Equilibrium?
I would definitely recommend Equilibrium to anybody who faces any IT challenges. Equilibrium's bench strength, their engineering team, their attention to detail, and the overall staff is wonderful to work with.